Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing updates on my recent luxury purchases, kind of giving some mini reviews, letting you guys know which of these purchases are hits and which are misses. And actually not all of these purchases are super recent. I haven't done one of these videos since 8 months ago. So some of these purchases are from like the end of 2022. But the idea of these videos is that I don't always do dedicated reviews for every single item that I've purchased, but I don't want to kind of leave you guys hanging, just unbox something and never talk about it again. So that's why I do these kind of like hits and misses videos. But definitely if you guys are interested in seeing dedicated reviews for any of these items that I talk about in today's video, just let me know in the comments down below and I'll definitely do that for you guys. But without further ado, let's get into this video. So of course, let's start with the hits first, and let's see, do I want to talk about handbags first or jewelry first? So I'm going to talk about some jewelry pieces that I've been really loving first, because this video is going to be predominantly jewelry, and I guess, you know, to break it up a little bit, I'm going to talk about a few pieces of jewelry first. Not all of my recent jewelry purchases have been, I guess, like the absolute best purchases, but these two definitely are. And the first is one that I am currently wearing. It is the 16 motif Sweet Alhambra long necklace. I'm going to show close-ups of all of these jewelry pieces just so you can kind of like see it better. There's no way you're going to really see it in detail when I'm sitting like this far away from the camera. So I currently have that necklace. Oh, by the way, it is the hammered rose gold version. They also have a white gold pave version too that is like way more expensive, but this is the rose gold hammered version. I currently have it worn with the necklace doubled up, and then I do have another necklace layered on top of it, but I'll talk about this later on in this video. So this 16 motif Sweet Alhambra long necklace, I've been loving it so much, especially worn like this. Did I mention that already? Honestly, I'm not quite sure. It's just when you want something that is still quite dainty, but you don't want it to kind of like, some people say that the single motif Sweet Alhambra pendants, they kind of like disappear on their neck. I don't really feel that way, but like if you want your jewelry to have a little bit more presence, but you still want it to be quite dainty, I think this necklace is like the perfect in between for that. It just looks amazing when you have it doubled like this. I don't really wear it when you kind of just like loop it over your neck and have it like hanging lower as like a single strand, I guess. I don't really wear it like that, but like this, I think it is just so perfect, especially right now since I'm wearing like a lot of summery dresses. I think it looks perfect with like any type of dress that is really similar to this. By the way, I kind of noticed that this dress does not look great on camera because I'm sitting right now and it just doesn't kind of like lay nicely. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Back to the necklace. This is just such an easy like grab and go necklace. You don't really have to think about like layering necklaces because this is layered on its own already. You know, I love layering my necklaces, and this is just so easy. It's not that hard to put on either. You can't just slip it over your neck without like unhooking it, but you kind of just put it on as a normal necklace. Like you hold one end like this and you just loop it around your neck, and then you could just like hook it on like any other necklace. So it's really easy. It's not without its cons though. There are two cons that I can think of. One of them is that sometimes throughout the day, I find that the two layers kind of collapse into one. It's not, of course, going to look like picture perfect all the time, but when it kind of collapses into one, it makes quite a bit of noise, especially when like the two layers of motifs kind of just align perfectly. I don't know. It would be better if it didn't really do that, but you have to fix any necklace throughout the day anyways. But yeah, that definitely, I have to mention that as a con. The other con is that I find that the center motif of the shorter strand, I find that it kind of sometimes rotates a little bit and stabs into my neck a little bit and kind of like triggers my gag reflex sometimes. I usually notice it when I'm like talking too. So yeah, that's another thing. It just, I don't know, it's like the rounded top edge of the motif that kind of just like jabs into my neck a little bit. You get what I'm saying, right? So that's not the most comfortable, but neither of these cons are deal breakers in my opinion. I still think this necklace is absolutely amazing. I guess I'm not getting like the full functionality of it because I don't wear it long, but I'm happy to just use this necklace worn like this most if not all the time. Maybe it has to do with like the weather also. I feel like maybe in the winter time I might wear it a little bit more long. I think that makes more sense for me at least, wearing it long with sweaters. And also this necklace is pretty versatile too, so if you don't want it quite as long but you don't want to double it like this, you can also do, it's like similar to what some people do with their like 5 motif Alhambra bracelets where they kind of hook it so that one motif is dangling instead of having the bracelet adjusted to the proper size for them. You kind of just apply that same technique, I guess I would call it, and just hook the necklace at like different parts so a few of the motifs are dangling behind your neck, and you can adjust the length that way. So it's very versatile, and this necklace isn't like the best value out there. I believe I paid $8,500 US. I don't think the price has gone up between then and now. So $8,500 US, it's not like the most affordable thing out there, but I think that it is worth it and I am really enjoying this purchase. And then the second piece of jewelry in this category is my 5 motif white gold guilloche bracelet. And this, it was like love at first sight. When this came out, I was like, I need that. Even though I have the yellow gold version, I need the white gold one too. And honestly, recently, I have been mostly rotating between this one as well as the yellow gold version. I don't wear them at the same time. It kind of depends which bag I'm using, but I've been using both of these 5 motif guilloche bracelets a lot, and this is just, it might even be more stunning than the yellow gold one. They have different looks to them. In my opinion, the white gold version is just, it's a straight up disco ball. That is exactly what it is. It's so stunning on my arm, and I just really love, just like looking down and looking at it. It looks so modern. I have been really enjoying white gold jewelry recently. I feel like I've been saying that in every video, but this is just such a stunning bracelet. They recently did kind of re-release their rose gold and carnelian, rose gold guilloche and carnelian bracelet. And in comparison, that one was not love at first sight. I actually reserved one with my sales associate, and when I went to look at it, I was just like, the rose gold looks nice, but the carnelian doesn't. So I ended up not purchasing that. Actually, I ended up getting my refund, my deposit refunded. But yeah, even though that one wasn't love at first sight, this one definitely is. So stunning. Now let's talk about some handbags, and this usually isn't the case, unfortunately, but actually this time around, both of my recent handbag purchases have been hits. So let's talk about this one right here, which if you've watched my recent videos, you already know how much I love this bag. I talked about it in a recent favorites video, so it's like the best of the best, right? So this is my 23P light blue small caviar classic flap. I am just completely in love with this color. It is, if you're looking for like a more cool tone blue, maybe even almost leans periwinkle, then this is the one for you. I feel like, generally speaking, classic flaps are not selling as fast as they used to because of the outrageous price. So if you still were looking for this, I think you can find it in the boutiques. And the 23A collection is now available at Chanel, and there is a light blue in that collection too. But honestly, this one is better. I think this is a better kind of like pastel blue in my opinion. I just absolutely love this color. I spoke about it in the unboxing video that this was such a pretty color that I had to get it even though it was only available in Caviar. It's worth it. Caviar is still not like my absolute favorite, but I love this bag nonetheless. It is so pretty, and it is, I don't know, this is like, I'm so happy when I use this bag. When I even look at it, I'm so happy just looking at this color. It is such a mood brightener, and yeah, I love it. And it's mainly down to the color. And I'm going to talk about the whole white gold jewelry thing again. This bag looks amazing with white gold jewelry. I'm going to show a picture up on the screen right here from my Instagram where I was wearing this bag, as well as actually the white gold guilloche bracelet is in it. And they're like the perfect match, and it just looks so bright and so fresh and so modern paired with white gold jewelry. This bag does have light gold hardware, but it doesn't clash or anything. Just absolutely perfect. Love it so much. And I actually spoke about this too, how I sold or got refunds for all of my blue bags that I owned previously, and then I bought this one because I was kind of like missing that color in my collection. And because of how much I love this, I also bought another blue colored bag that I haven't unboxed yet. Definitely stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be my next video, what I got for my birthday video. So yeah, newfound love for this color, all because of this bag. Now this bag, if you had asked me 2 months ago what I thought about it, it would probably be in the maybe category of this video, but that has changed because it has warmed up, summer has come along, and this is a tweed bag. I didn't even introduce the bag yet. It is from 23C. It is the tweed mini rectangular. Such a stunning tweed. It is so gorgeous. Love all the little details in it. And yeah, if you had asked me a few months ago, I got this back in last November. I think I wore it once up until like April or so, and then like once it got warmer, I've been wearing it so much more. So definitely opinion has changed. I think even, a few months ago when I did my Chanel collection video, I did think that I was going to end up using this a lot more once it warmed up. And I guess luckily that in fact did happen. I've just been wearing this so much recently. Basically every time I wear a white outfit, I grab this bag. Anything that is kind of like in a more like summery, airy, like linen material, for example, I think just goes perfectly with this. It's got like that really effortless vibe to it, in my opinion. And yeah, sometimes in the summer, wearing like a leather bag like this other one right here just, looks a little bit like too much. This is not like a casual look, not like a casual summery look. It's more like a dressy summery look that works. But yeah, when I want to look a little bit like, not like super casual, but when I want to, I don't know, like when I want to give off like this more like, effortless summery vibe, this bag is really the one I go for. And this is also, honestly, it is quite, I guess, quiet in a way, because there is so much going on with the tweed that even though it does have the CC logo, I feel like unless you're up close, you don't really notice it. Like usually it's sitting right here on my shelf, and if I'm looking at it from like across the room where I'm in right now, I can't see the logos. So it is, it's not like the flashiest thing. It also is quilted, which is typical for like all Chanel bags. But once again, because of all this detail on the tweed, you can't actually see the quilting on it. So I, for that reason, think that this is a little bit more like under the radar bag. So I do like that about it too. And you know, this chain is not adjustable and it is quite long on me if I wear it like this, but you can easily buy this little thing to shorten it by about like 4 inches, as I think what I usually do. I don't think I currently have that little tool inside. No, I don't have it in here. But I basically just shorten it by about 4 inches, and that makes it so that this is a great length to wear just over one shoulder. I really like wearing it like that the most. But you can also adjust this chain so it sits like on your shoulder. You can basically kind of like double up the chain if you just like wrap it around the flap of the bag. So in that way, you can kind of make this bag more versatile than it is the way that it's designed. And honestly, I've been really enjoying this so much recently. Yes, once it starts cooling down again, it's probably going to hibernate in my closet, but at least, you know, I know that for like a few months out of the year, it is going to be in heavy rotation. And I did mention, like when I was talking about the white gold guillotine bracelet, that I've been wearing both the white gold version of that bracelet as well as the yellow gold a lot. And that is basically how I match like these two bags, right? So the white gold one goes with this bag, and the yellow gold one, I've been wearing it with this bag a lot. Just absolutely stunning, the two of them together. This one is also a light gold metal, but yeah, I think this one goes with the yellow gold guillotine bracelet more than the white gold one. And yeah, I just think this is the perfect bag to go with all of my white summer outfits. And now for the maybe category, and not all of my recent purchase update videos have this category, but it's basically for the items that are not quite hits, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that they're complete misses. So the first piece in this category is the bracelet that I'm wearing right now. It is from Cleef and Arpels. It's their Sweet Clovers Perle bracelet. I have it in rose gold, and I really do love this bracelet. I love how it looks. It's a very similar look, in my opinion, to the Love bracelet from Cartier, but this one is much more feminine looking, and I don't really like my Love bracelet. I don't really enjoy wearing it, I guess I would say, but I do really love wearing this bracelet. It's so easy to wear too. It's really comfortable and it's easy to put on, unlike the Love bracelet. And yeah, the only reason that it's in this maybe category instead of the hits category is because of the price. It is a very expensive bracelet. I feel like it might in a way be overpriced. So that is the only reason it's in this maybe category. Like over a larger span of time, like maybe if you were to ask me like in 5 years, all of the purchases that I made over like the past 5 years, I don't think this would be in the maybe category. This would probably be a hit. But right now, it's just, it was like a very big upfront expense. And for that reason, I'm saying it's a maybe, especially because, you know, I do love my rose gold jewelry, but as I mentioned a few times already, I have been wearing white gold a lot more. And I didn't know that yet when I purchased this bracelet. So that's one of the reasons that I haven't worn it like quite as much as I maybe should have. But I still do really like this. I am glad that I got it in the rose gold instead of the white gold, because they do have a white gold version, and I don't know, that one wasn't like as much of a love for me. And yeah, I don't think I would have worn the white gold one more than this rose gold one, even though I have been really enjoying white gold jewelry recently. So I am glad that I did choose this rose gold version anyways. It's just, it is very expensive. And I guess in that way, you know, if you want like a bracelet from Van Cleef and Arpels. I think the 5 motif Alhambra bracelets are priced much better, but yeah, I still think that this is so stunning. How many times have I said that? You know, it's not, the price is not the only factor to whether you should buy something or not. In fact, I actually did like this video where I ranked all of my luxury designer bracelets, and I ranked it on like 6 factors, price being one of them, but there were like other factors too. And even though this did not score well in the pricing category, it wasn't like last place of all of my bracelets. So definitely, you know, it's not a deal breaker. For this purchase, I was thinking more long-term than short-term. Long-term, I do think the price is acceptable. Short-term, no. And the other piece of jewelry in this maybe category is another one that I bought like right when it came out, and it is the plum blossom pendant that I have on right now. It's what I have layered with the 16 motif sweet Alhambra necklace that was in the hits, but the plum blossom necklace is a maybe. The thing with this necklace is that I don't really have any earrings that really go with it. I mean, I can wear just like simple diamond studs, but the only other pair of earrings that really goes with this is my plum blossom earrings. And I'm not like super into the whole matchy look. I think if I was just wearing this pendant alone and I was wearing those plum blossom earrings, it's too much of the same thing. It kind of makes me feel like I'm trying too hard. Right now I don't have earrings on, which is, it feels very strange to me, but my right piercing is a little bit irritated right now, so that's why I don't have it on. Otherwise, I would be wearing those plum blossom earrings. And you're like, wait a second, you're contradicting yourself. So the only way that I could make like the whole like plum blossom necklace and earrings combo work is if I also have the 16 motif necklace on with like the whole combo, like having this all be one set. So I feel like this 16 motif necklace, it kind of breaks it up a little bit. Like, I don't know. There is like that phrase that's like addition by subtraction, is it? I feel like this is the opposite, it's subtraction by addition. I'm like all over the place in this video. But basically, when I have like this other necklace on, it kind of tones down that like matchy look of the plum blossoms a little bit, because you're introducing like another shape to like the whole combo, and I think this works. But I have to be dressed up the right amount to feel like having this much jewelry on my neck matches like my outfit and everything. You know, like you have to consider like the whole entire look. So I do like these 2 necklaces plus those plum blossom earrings all together, but I'm not always reaching for all of these pieces. Like, I would be very happy to just wear the 16 motif necklace on its own, but I'm not always layering this plum blossom necklace with it. And that's the main reason why this is in the maybe category. I wouldn't go like so far to call it a miss, unlike the item that I will talk about in the misses category. But yeah, just right now my collection just isn't like complete, I guess, and I guess because of that, this necklace is kind of suffering a little bit. And oh yeah, I did want to mention that this was actually brought to my attention by one of you guys, and that is this plum blossom motif is kind of thinner than the earrings, so I don't really have like something within the Alhambra range in the pendant form as well as the earring form. So maybe it's just a thing with like the Alhambra range. I do have the mini frivole in both the pendant and the earrings, and those are completely the same. Like, it's the same thickness and it's the same size. But for this plum blossom, the pendant, the motif is like a little bit thinner than the earrings. I don't know why they did that. Like, is this cutting costs or what? I have absolutely no idea. I did compare my Sweet Alhambra motif on this 16 motif necklace to my Sweet Alhambra single like motif pendant, and those are the same. So I don't know what's going on. Just wanted to mention that for you guys. It doesn't affect like the look of the necklace, so I'm not like truly docking it for that, but just wanted to mention that for you guys. But yeah, I'm hoping that maybe like the addition of another pair of earrings would help me wear this more, but I feel like if it still doesn't, then eventually this would be considered like a bad purchase. But right now, I don't want to say that just yet. And finally, the misses category. And I feel like it never feels great to talk about or think about purchases that are misses, but luckily there is only one item in this category in today's video, and it's also the lowest priced valued item in this video too, so at least there's that. And the item is this brooch from Chanel. So this brooch is not like the typical kind of like logo CC brooch. This is actually their black classic flap hanging on a little hanger, and it's clipped by these clips with little pearls on them. And this is just such a cute little brooch. This is the first brooch in my collection. And I actually bought another one recently that I haven't unboxed yet. Let me know if that was a bad idea after you hear the story about this one. So I never really was a brooch person. Like, I'm not really the type of person that, you know, just wants to add a brooch to like an otherwise kind of like brandless outfit, I guess I would say. So I wouldn't, you know, wear like a simple blazer or something like that and then throw on like a Chanel brooch or any other designer brooch for that matter. It's just, it's not really my thing. It's not really my style. But this I thought was just so whimsical and fun. This is actually kind of an impulse purchase. It wasn't planned whatsoever. So I basically saw photos of this cute little brooch on social media, and I was like, this is so adorable. So I screenshotted a photo, sent it to my sales associate, and I was like, do you have this? I want this. And he had it, I bought it, and I still think this is really, really cute. I have worn this like once or twice, but my problem is that it's a little bit too literal. Like, I was actually trying to explain this idea to my Van Cleef and Arpels sales associate a few weeks ago. She was asking me what I thought about some of the pieces I had tried on in like a previous visit. Namely, it was their tube butterfly earrings I think I tried on, and I think I tried on the pendant too. And she was asking me what I thought about it, and I was trying to put this into words. I was like, it's like too literal. It's literally butterflies on your ears and like your neck, and it's not like the Alhambra range butterflies either, that it's like flat and yeah, it's in the shape of a butterfly, but there's not too much detail to it. But the two butterfly range, it's a butterfly. It's not just like some cutout of the shape of a butterfly. It's like it has the wings and everything. It's too literal. I'm like, do you guys understand what I'm saying? So just having that, wearing that, like people see it and they're like, oh, butterflies. And then it's kind of like the same thing for this. It's like you're wearing a Chanel classic flap as a brooch. It's too literal, and I don't know, it's like that's the only way I can even like explain this. I've been kind of racking my brain to see if I can explain it any other way, but I don't know. That is just how I feel about it. I don't feel the same way when it's like flowers on my jewelry for some reason. Like, yes, I'm wearing like this plum blossom necklace, and I don't have any issue with wearing like a flower as jewelry, but you know, the butterflies and a brooch is considered jewelry too. So something like this is also, you look at it and you're like, That is a very particular shape. So I feel like on its own, just one single brooch that is in the shape of a bag, it just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this when I unboxed this brooch, but my plan ever since buying this was always to not just have this be a standalone piece. I wanted 3 kind of like whimsical, quirky brooches to kind of like wear scattered across like a blazer or something like that. So it kind of like it would be a cohesive look altogether, even though the individual pieces are, you know, very literal like this. So that was always the plan. It's just that it's not something that happens overnight. I need to find like the right pieces that I like. And I did recently buy a second brooch. I will unbox it in next week's video. So I haven't tried the 2 together yet, but I'm hoping that it kind of makes it a little bit more cohesive. I do think that I still will want the 3rd one. I think like the vision I have in my head is really to have 3 brooches like all worn together. I just feel like when you're kind of like layering stuff in this way, odd numbers look better. So that's why I'm like honing in on the 3 number instead of like 2, for example. So I'm hoping that eventually, you know, the 3 pieces all together, I will end up enjoying it more. But right now, this is just a miss because, you know, even like looking at it, it is really cute. I think it looks really nice, but just worn, it's like, I don't know, it feels like I'm trying too hard, so that's why it's in the misses category. Hopefully it's only for now and not forever. So that is it for this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do give it a thumbs up if you did, and I hope this was helpful for those of you guys who are considering some of these items for yourself. And as I mentioned in the intro, let me know if you would like dedicated reviews for any of these items in today's video. And if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do consider subscribing for new videos every single week on luxury and fashion. And I'll leave 2 videos on the screen for you to watch next. So I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.